What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the mountain. Well, this is a special episode today, guys, because we got somebody on the mountain.
What's up, guys?
I got old Tim from Ridge Life done came up to Come On Mountain because he's wanting to see how things really get done. He's been hearing all of that, what he calls nonsense about old Uber. So he wanted to come up here and get a first-hand view of what a real tractor is. Come on. But Uber's not here.
You hid Uber from me.
I hid Uber from Tim. See, what happened was
that's how all the good stories.
Yeah, all the good stories start with what happened was. What happened was, as y'all seen on my last video, I actually loaded Uber up to go out to the 41.36. Now, Tim has been here for a couple of days now, but Mother Nature, of course, has not been working with us. But yesterday, we spent the day out at the 41.36 getting it in.
Man.
We got it in. We left here at 7 o'clock yesterday and did not get back until 11 o'clock last night. And man, it was getting it all day long. And we had a blast, but we are wore out, but we're not gonna let that stop us. That video will probably be coming out around Tuesday or somewhere there of all of the shenanigans that went on over there at the 41.36. You're not gonna wanna miss it, guys. You're gonna wanna see everybody's version of that, especially SLR. Let's just say that they're as happy as a puppy with two Peters after yesterday. Come on. Of course, we got the supervisor out here with us, following us around. And today, Tim has never milled a log before. He has watched a ton of videos on it, and he's thinking about one day maybe getting something out there at the ridge to be able to make his own lumber.
Hey, I do have a question for you.
What's that?
How come all I ever see you milling up is these pine trees? Because I see you actually got some sweet gum out here.
Yeah.
And you never push over any sweet gum tree. Why is that?
Because sweet gum trees are way too small for somebody as powerful as Uber.
Oh, come on now. Look at that sweet gum right there.
I have pushed over some sweet gums out here. They do got pretty extensive root systems and stuff like that. But believe it or not, I actually just showed Tim what a real stump looks like. Yeah, he's you'll see that on my Come On Keeping It Real thumbnail or whatever when Tim actually seen a real tree. But what we're going to do, because it was dark by the time I got Uber completely loaded up on the trailer for Gary, me and Tim's gonna have to manhandle one of these 10-foot pines right here. Probably gonna go one of the smaller ones after yesterday. And we're gonna try to get it loaded up on the mill, and we're gonna show this guy how to actually mill some lumber. And of course, Ryder is gonna make sure that we do it correctly. And Eclipse might visit in the video, might not. You never know with her. Never rarely know. If she could stay in the yard, she might visit. If not, then who knows? She might be 2 counties away. But we're gonna go ahead and get at it. We're gonna get this log loaded up, strapped down. We're gonna go ahead and finish milling this little piece right here, where basically it's just an end cap piece. We're just gonna do some stickers off of that. Go ahead and get that milled down and then get it loaded up. And I'm gonna give Tim a couple of pointers and we're gonna turn him loose and let's see what he can do. it again. Look at where you're at though. See where you're at? Yep, so go up to 5 and then come back and go to 4. All right, guys, I let him get 2 little cuts in on that one piece that wasn't clamped quite right. It's a little bit crooked and stuff. We did end up getting about 2 stickers out of it, but I went ahead and threw it to the side. Now we're gonna go ahead and manually load a log. But the first thing you're gonna need to do, Tim, is you need to raise those back up.
Yep. About how high right there?
That, a little higher, right about there. We're gonna make a miller out of him yet, guys. New sawmill coming to the ridge. All right, guys, we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna see what kind of logs we got. Me and Tim's a little sore from the 41.36 yesterday, so we're probably gonna do a smaller one. I'm thinking this one right here will probably be a good candidate. It looks like about the lightest one out of all of those. I don't think we're gonna move this big boy here. That would be a nice one to get on there though.
How the heck do you use one of these things? I've never, what's these called, by the way?
That's called a cant.
I can't, all right.
Yeah. What you do with this is you bring this down, let it hook up underneath. You got another hook right there, and what it does is it binds it, and then you can just roll.
Okay, all right.
It's all about leverage.
And you want this where?
I just want to roll it, and I want to see how heavy it is.
Okay. Oh, it's actually not that heavy. Yeah. Roll it out there.
Yeah. Ideally, that's going to be the log that we get.
This thing makes them feel a lot lighter than they are. Yes. I moved that with my foot.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like as easy. That's all about leverage,
and
right?
Leverage.
The physics of this stuff.
It's
you know?
all about
Did you know lumberjacks are physicists?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Lumberjacks are physicists.
So, we're going to do it like the old timers did that didn't have Ubers. We're both going to get on this end, and we're going to try to throw it over that first log there so we can get it to just roll down the things there. Okay. I don't know if we'll be able to do the whole log. No, we're gonna have to work one in.
Oh,
come down here.
Out to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not very heavy. Yep. Great. Here we go. Perfect. Just like that.
All right, so now, Tim, I have my little tracks right here. We're gonna roll it all the way down to the sawmill, and we're gonna just try to slide it on that way.
We can do it.
It's a shame you don't have your brunt boots on, because this would be perfect for you kicking that log on down.
Brunt footwear. Let's do this.
All right, Tim, those boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
Oh yeah.
Put that boot to that log and bring it over to you.
I got this. Gonna roll off the end there. Oh yeah. This thing will work you.
I want to show him the experience
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
that I go through when I'm out here by myself.
Dude, that's some work.
Now what we're gonna have to do is get the heavy in, because what you want to do, Tim, is when you're loading on the sawmill, when possible, you want to put your fat end closest to the blade, because what that does is you'll be able to maximize your cut. Because if you start at the low end cutting, you don't know how wide your other end is in, so you're taking too much of the wood. Here, if you start on the high and you just start shaving it, once you get to your low end, then you get all wood. Now, I'm not going to do Tim this way where he's got to load that up on the what's happening by itself. We're going to try to get it done together. Now, Tim, what we can do, which is not going to shave much of the weight, but it will shave a couple of pounds. I typically do this on Uber when I have Uber on the forks before I get over there, so I don't get all the bark inside the sawmill. Yeah. So go ahead and grab that scraper right here.
All right.
Paul, the bearded carpenter, I actually got this trick off of him with the long handled scraper, and we're going to scrape the bark off.
Nice. Man.
Just like butter.
Look at that. Look at that. Just comes off.
Yep.
Undress this girl.
Yeah.
She was ready for it.
There you go. Also try to get as much of this kind of stuff off as you can, because that'll dull your blade. One, two, three.
Oh, how much putting that in?
No, on the round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that. Now we're gonna lift it up and stick it on here. Now I want you to hold it up.
Ready?
Slide your end over.
Hey, there he is. There she is.
Reposition my camera.
There we go.
Found out they're not out, didn't you, sweetheart?
No, I'm not. There you go.
Go ahead and move your camera. All right, grab that piece that we just cut and slide it across all the way. Just lay it flat down, so whenever it comes off this bucket, it'll catch there instead of nose diving all the way down.
I got you.
I gotta reposition my camera. Yeah. All right.
I'll lift up a little. No rollers on this, is there?
No. It's Harbor Freight, babe.
Yeah.
You.
Sure, we do that in?
Yeah, that was a little bit ambitious. Well, what'd you think about manually loading a log?
Dude, that was shows the proof in the pudding of how much it takes to have a tractor out here, how worth a tractor out here is. That was, I mean,
Yeah.
that was one. Can you imagine trying to do several in a day like that?
And that's a baby.
Yeah, no.
Eclipse, how did we do? How did we do? Did we get it on there good? Your friends are put up, huh? So I can let you run, huh? Yeah, you done ran straight over there and found out that your friends are not home. That's kind of how I got to do with Eclipse right now. I got to stay in contact with Drifting Dreamers over there. Make sure that their dogs are put inside to be able to let her go, because as soon as I let her go, she runs straight that way. Tim, you saw it, didn't you?
Dude, I did.
She's
Right there.
literally right that way, no listening. All right, guys, we're gonna get this strap down. I'm gonna show Tim how to kind of level it out and kind of get it all cinched up so he can do his first log. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut our first piece and get a flat surface. Then we're gonna roll it so it goes up on those things nice. So let's go ahead and get it clamped in. This right here is a two-part deal. You got this one don't worry about unless you have to have it. This right here moves a little bit, so what I like to do is bring it all the way here, slide that in all the way here, tighten that first, and then for this first one, to get it good, to go ahead and bring it here, because you're not going to go that high, because we're going to roll it. All right, Tim, so what we're going to do now, we're going to roll your saw blade all the way up to your log, and being that we know that this side is a little fatter than that side, we'll start with like an inch from the top, and you might only come to here before you know that you're not going to hit nothing. But being that you got knots, you'll probably need to go all the way down, and then you just start doing it until you get it nice and flat all the way, and then we'll roll it one time, and then we'll be ready for our live edge on one side. If you want live edge on both sides, this step's really not necessary to rotate. The whole reason I'm doing the live edge straight on one side and live edge on the other is we're doing the sighting. I need a straight point to keep everything level. There's nothing conformed. Straight edges and stuff makes it a little hard to do sighting. All right, first log, Tim.
All right, let's do this.
You got it on?
Got it on.
It's not too hard to pull. That rope's getting old. That's usable for something. All right, good job, Tim, on your first full cut.
Thank you,
Two
brother.
cuts. All right, as you can see, we're leveled out here now, right?
Yeah.
We got a nice, good thing. So whenever we flip it and we start cutting it this way, we'll have a nice edge to be able to line up that siding.
Gotcha.
So now what you're gonna need to do is go ahead and unscrew your brackets. You're gonna grab your cant hook, flip it up on its side, remount it just like that, and you're ready to start making siding.
Gotcha. All right.
The cant makes it nice, don't it?
Yeah, sure does.
All right, Tim, let's get it fired up. How much money you think I got in this log? Let's go, let's go. Good girl. Come on. Come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you guys doing? Y'all out here supervising today, huh? You were shedding. You were shedding, girl. Look at all that hair. Look at all that hair just coming out of you. Tim just got done milling his first siding for Come On Mountain here. What'd you think about it?
Dude, that's some work. I'm talking about just the few I did wore me out.
Yeah, well, yesterday might have had a little something to do.
A little bit something to do. A little something.
So I got a surprise for Tim that he doesn't know about. And also Grandma Carol, thank you so much for my rain gauge, because as you know, we get a lot of it here on Come On Mountain. This right here is actually the first piece of wood that I milled here on Come On Mountain. It's a little piece of cedar. It's also the same cedar that I made Simple Life Reclaim's desk out of. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually cut it into 3s, and I'm gonna send it back with Tim, because he just milled his first log on here, and I want him to make a little shelving thing for him and Mama Carol, put like a little shelving bracket up underneath, and kind of sand it, plane it, stain it up, and just make it a little something to remember the first tree that got milled here at Come On Mountain.
Wow, that is very nice of you, David. Wow, I appreciate that.
Tim is always giving me stuff, honey and deer, because I can't shoot straight and all of that other stuff. So this is the last piece of the first tree that got milled. This was actually cut down by me, Simple Life Reclaim, with the first round of clearing that we did here at the mountain. So it's the last little piece of the first cedar tree, and I couldn't think of a better person to give it than my good buddy Ridge Life.
Thank you, brother. If he had a steel chainsaw, we'll start on the first try. Come on.
Definitely not my best chainsaw work. Blade is though. All right, well, Tim actually got to do a little bit of milling, but we was unable to actually do any burning because, as y'all can see, whoo, the weather out here is a little bit wet. What do you think about it? Are we ever gonna get to work? So I want to go ahead and show Tim the finished product of the siding that I'm using here on the tiny house. In a minute, we'll walk over to the side and we'll see what he thinks about that's already installed. But I want to kind of show him, and I don't know if I've showed you guys yet or not either, of actually what I've got milled up and waiting just as soon as Mother Nature cuts me a break. Go ahead.
You on there?
Right here. Pull it back, just lay it down. Now we're not going to pull the plastic off the whole thing. I just want him to kind of see what it looks like burnt.
Wow.
And look at all of this that I've actually already got done, guys.
Dude.
So we got about 4 layers here already done. Now it doesn't go as far as you think it goes with overlapping and everything and cutting and all of that, but this right here is enough, I believe, to do the outdoor kitchen area, and that's kind of where I'm focused at next, because I need to get a place to cook out here on Come On Mountain. Come on. Although he has been eating pretty good since he's been here.
Man, have I been eating good. This guy actually cooks. He doesn't just reheat food or grill.
Yep.
He puts the ingredients together and makes food out of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny how that happens. Yeah, now that I got my new indoor kitchen a whole lot more organized, it makes it a whole lot easier for me to prepare food. And I personally prefer to have a good home cooked meal every night. I'm not one that really likes the fast food type stuff, but I have been having to do it for the last year here, and trust me, my belly feels it. Well, what do you think about the way it looks in its final product?
Man, I think this is gorgeous. When you first told me you're going to do that Shang Shui, Shang Shai, Shang
Xing
Shu,
shang ping
Xing Shang,
ching.
that method of, burning the outside
Yep.
of it, I was like, man, I'm not really sure that's going to work. You should just go with conventional, painted gray or something,
Yep.
But no, this is phenomenal.
So what do you think it looks like as far as in person versus camera?
Camera, I don't care if you got a nice camera like I got or not. It does not do it justice. You get this up on the side over there, and then put a sealer on it to lock in that color, you know, posterity's sake. It's going to be a very unique product, that's for sure.
And one of the things that I like the most about it is no two pieces of wood are the same. It's impossible to kind of do like a duplicate color and burning all the way around this thing. The wood kind of makes its own style. So, and it makes it very random on the building as well. But it's turning out real good, guys. And as soon as Mother Nature allows me to have some more dry days, we're gonna get this thing sided. Trust me, I am itching. I'm ready to get it sided. That way I can work on the inside some and actually get a toilet here on Come On Mountain.
Now, I wish the weather would allowed us to do more work while I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, because it seems like every time a guest comes to Come On Mountain, it just rains, and they don't get to do any work. But one day I'm gonna come out here and he's gonna put me to work.
I'm thinking the man upstairs just wanting me to do it by myself.
I think that's the plan.
I think he said, you asked for it, you gonna get it.
You do get people volunteering to help.
Yes, absolutely. People do help. A lot of people like Simple Life Reclaim, Country Road Cure and stuff, you know, they'll come and help me whenever I need it. Drew, as y'all seen on the channel and stuff out here with Drew's Lens, if I need help, they'll come.
Mike's just a little bit helpful.
Yeah. Now that I got Mike on the mountain, Mike's a beast.
MVP, brother.
Yeah.
MVP.
He is a huge help, and also, come on, it makes the days fun.
Drifting dreamer down.
It makes the days fun. All right, let's go ahead and show Tim the side of the building. He's already seen it, but I want him to explain to y'all what he thinks about it.
You said a second ago that no two boards are exactly the same.
Yeah.
And anybody that knows me knows I'm just a little OCD. Now, of course, the boards aren't exactly the same, but there are two here that kind of look very similar. These two boards right here bother me. Okay,
Yeah.
I've told him he needs to start over. This one needs to be there, and that one needs to be in the center there, because those two are like a puzzle piece that look too similar to me. And that's just an OCD thing I have. Every time I walk up to this, I see this. You all probably think, Tim, you're just a ridiculous, you know, a crazy fool. You know, your OCD needs to be medicated, right? I need some medication for this, but this is beautiful. I love the overlap. It's gonna keep the elements out. Now, a lot of people are saying, David, how could you put siding over house wrap? That is not how you build. What do you got to say about that?
It's a pump house.
What? That is a pump house? That thing's huge.
At its core, it's a pump house. The main reason to use the sheathing is for support, to keep it from twisting and stuff, honestly, guys. You know, back in the day, when they built something,
They didn't have that.
they didn't put no sheathing on anything, and guess what? It's still standing.
Yeah.
And it's still dry
This
inside.
is solid wood, guys.
That is solid 1/2 inch thick wood,
It's not man-made product or any of that kind of stuff. This is...
which in turn, being that you have your 2x4s running vertically and you have this running horizontally, it does the exact same thing that the sheathing does, but it's also a siding. So it's a 2-for-1. Now, if I was doing a house and something that I was going to live in for the next 100 years, if I could live that long, then I would probably do the sheathing for it, just for extra strength and thickness for insulation purposes and stuff like that. But being that this is a well house and an outdoor bathroom, this is my primary bathroom while I'm redoing the cabin. But after that, that bathroom's only going to get used to wash the animals and when I'm having barbecues and stuff like that. So right now, the price of a 4x8 zip board or something like that is pretty pricey, and to zip this whole thing like that would have cost way more than the building actually needs to be worth.
I thought you were amongst your money bags. What's up with that?
I lost the bag on the mountain. But right here, Tim, is the area for all that siding that we just looked at.
This is cool, man.
This right here is going to be the outdoor kitchen.
David's magic happens.
Yes, Fired Up Friday.
Woo!
Yes.
If you're not subscribed, Fired Up Friday.
Yeah, where basically a lot of people has asked me, why have I not put a door here? If I put a door here, it eliminates that whole wall for me. Yeah, this is only a 10x10 slab. It's not a huge area to start with, so really the only way to go is an L-shaped counter. And over here on this side, there will actually be a sink for washing dishes, This will be taken apart and it will have a double burner stove top. It will L shape around here, and here we'll have a custom concrete countertop with a circle in it for the big green egg to go down. And over here on the other side where Tim's standing, there will also be a custom countertop concrete for the flat top griddle. So basically you will have all of your cooking elements right here with custom shelving, that beautiful cedar siding as the backdrop right here. And the reason why I haven't put the roof up, guys, here, y'all are getting all of the behind the scenes today now that Tim's here. The reason why I've not actually put this part of the roof up like I did the rest of it, even though I knew this was about to take place and be roofed, it will have the same pitch as this, but up underneath here, all of these and your little runners for the metal is all going to be out of cedar. That way when you're in the open outdoor kitchen here and you look up at the roof and you have the nice fan and all of that, you will actually be looking at cedar up underneath. It's not going to be covered and insulated like inside the building. What do you think about that?
I love it, man. That is a plan. I see your vision. I talked about it in one of my videos on Ridge Life, that I came out here for 4 days and I see your vision. You know, I was out here before and I just saw an old abandoned cabin. That's what David bought, an old abandoned cabin. And now that he's made this progress, and his work out here has far exceeds what he's put on video. The vision is taking place out here on Come On Mountain. The trees are being cleared, the animals are being brought in, there's more animals coming, and of course more building on Come On Mountain.
A whole lot more building.
Who knows what's gonna happen over there?
There's a whole lot of what's happening gonna go there. Now, something I don't know if I've actually put on camera for you guys or not, Tim's already seen the inside of the building and he's actually videoed some of that. Matter of fact, Tim videoed himself taking a shower on Come On Mountain.
Hey, he won't do it, I will.
You know, Tim went ahead and gave you a little shower model.
That shower was so nice.
I'm gonna save his reaction on the inside for his channel, so definitely go check out his videos on Come On Mountain here. But I don't know if I put on camera or what's actually happening outside of the tiny house in front of the outdoor kitchen, because this isn't just a building with a little outdoor place to cook. This is also going to be the main entertaining area for Come On Mountain. Now this whole area right here, which is on the side of the pump house right here, will all get real nice rock leveled out all in this area. There will be picnic tables and nice bushes and plants and stuff all in this area, because it's going to tie into the deck and the patio down here that's coming off the new cabin whenever it's designed, so that you can have people up there in the rockers up underneath the roof kind of relaxing and hanging out while you're cooking right here, and other people hanging out here. This right here, guys, when I first moved out here, if you haven't watched those videos, there was a shallow well here, and I thought that it was going to be enough to sustain the cabin. Well, whenever I tried to hook that up, it did not work. So I was like, should I pull the pipe, fill it in, and all of that? And then I was like, you know what? I've got an idea. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually going to take natural rock from all around my property here. Y'all know I got plenty of it. I'm going to build up a waterfall system right here over this whole pipe right here. I will actually dig me a little koi pond style right here, and I will have the waterfall flowing into the koi pond with all the hoses going down into the shallow well and recycling itself, so I never have to add water. Anytime you have a self-sustained little pond like that, your water always runs out. But if it's going in the ground and the ground is feeding it, it doesn't have enough to sustain the cabin, but it does have enough to sustain some koi. So that will be a feature right here. The reason why I left this stump right here high like I did, I want to take scraps seen over there when you was doing, you know how those thinner ones are real pliable? Artistic side of me thinks, I can mold a mushroom cap off of that and turn that into a mushroom, and then up underneath do a whole little gnome garden. I bet Mel's gonna love that. So with all of this was nice rock, the porch coming out to here, there's going to be a walkway that connects all the way out to where the new parking is going to be with the lean-to for the vehicles, and also an offshoot right there that goes straight into that building, to where if you needed to access the solar room, the bathroom, or anything like that during the elements like snow and rain, you can actually get out of your car, unload your groceries, bring them into your cabin, and never actually step foot in the dirt and bring a bunch of dirt and stuff into your cabin. With the outside corner of the outdoor kitchen, there's actually going to be a kind of 2-for-1. On this side right here, there'll be an island, a triangle shaped island. On the inside, it will allow me to have a countertop for prepping food, stuff like that, just a flat countertop. And also on this side, it will be actually a walk-up to bar for the people that are hanging out here at the party and stuff. So that's my ideal for the front yard. What do you think about it?
Dude, that is a come on wonderland.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
I can't wait to come out and visit again and to see what you got planned next.
Can you imagine having the projector out here with the football game on the big wall and just hanging out at the Fired Up Friday kitchen?
Man, let's do it. Let's do it now. Let's do this.
We only got one more thing to do. Tim wants to put some insulation up on the cabin that's falling down. He told me he wanted to get on the ladder. It's a 10-foot ladder and it's heavy, so I'm gonna let him.
I'll do some work.
And then after that, we'll close this out. So we'll be back.
Whoa, brother, putting me to work. Worth every minute of it though. The food you fed me, time we've had, come on.
All right, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. We just now finished this. We gotta go ahead and get the ladder out. I need to sweep where the chairs and stuff was. But I'm glad y'all could come along with us for this video right here. I had a blast hanging out with you, brother. We got a lot done in a short amount of time. But the rest of the night, we're gonna relax, chill, hang out, and just kind of hang out like a hare and a biscuit.
Probably gonna answer your comments.
More than likely. But we're gonna go ahead and call it. Thanks for coming along with this venture. Until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go on another adventure.
Go Ridge Life.